Thanks for joining us here at the Bill Mason Show. It's February 6, 2020. Hey, Bill, how's it going?
It's going well to be a United States citizen on this side of the chaos for now.
That is true. We're doing two shows tonight. One about the virus. This is about the virus right now.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do another one about politics. So the virus is a really serious situation.
Yeah, Syria, well, more serious now that we're finding out that people have slipped out that may or may not have been, to be able to transmit the virus and didn't want to be trapped in China. So they are getting to whatever country they can get to by train, bus, plane, anywhere else, and they may or may not be viral. So we really don't know if this is contained. We have a couple of weeks of unknown
Hmm.
impact.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, we'll know for sure in 2 or 3 weeks about if
Yeah,
it's been contained or not. 400 people here in the United States are being tested for it.
right.
12 has been confirmed. So, well, of course, all these are sketchy, as you know, as you just said. They're saying millions have been infected in China.
Right.
A Hong Kong professor said 1.4 million people, Hong Kong residents, has been infected.
Right. And China keeps changing the numbers. So,
Yeah, yeah, they have. And don't forget the cruise ship. I mean, the cruise ship,
yeah,
they tested, there's 3,700 people on that cruise ship.
yeah.
10 people was confirmed, and then they tested 102 people more, and 10 more people has been confirmed. So that's 20 people, and they haven't tested the whole ship yet.
Right. And apparently the some people had gotten off the ship and meandered around. So once again, you have this unknown variable of, and if the number is correct, like I've been looking up as much information as I can, and there's a number called it's called the R naught.
Hmm.
I don't know if you're familiar, but the
Yes,
R naught is basically stands for
I've
how
seen a
many
lot of
people.
horror movies, so yes, I know about
Uh,
her now.
yeah, so how many people get infected? The thing about this one is this is double what the Spanish flu was, and the Spanish flu was a crazy death toll, and this is looking at an R naught of 3.5 to 4.
Hmm.
So if every one person infects 3.5 to 4 people, and you don't have to have a fever to be able to transmit this, and you don't have to show any signs, this is really dangerous.
Yeah, yeah, and they're saying it's very, very dangerous. And supposedly the government is buying up storable food. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that,
Yeah.
and pharmaceutical company by the name of Atoll, I think it was. They do
Mm.
the antiviral AIDS drugs are being told, and this is actually a Chinese company that makes it,
Right.
and they're being told to double and triple production, and they're bringing in workers from Mongolia or something like that. That I just this is just a recent thing that I heard, too, because all the people that are local are already on lockdown. So they need people,
Hmm.
like we talked about this off the air. They still need their garbage collected. They
Right.
still need the hospitals. They
Yeah.
still need food delivered.
Prescriptions. They're still having
Yeah,
heart attacks over there. They're still
yeah.
having normal everyday
They
life
they
episodes.
still need insulin. They
Yeah.
still need food. They
Right.
still need everything, and they are locking down 20 to 30 million people at a
Mm.
clip through military force.
Hmm.
And then they realize, oops, we need people
Hmm.
to make these antiviral drugs too.
Right.
So I mean, this is kind of weird. I mean, I get that they tried to handle it by locking it down. That's I guess that's your first
Right.
idea that goes through your head,
Right.
but it's gonna fail.
Well, United States government is searching for storable food right now. I
Yeah,
mean,
I know.
they're ready to stock. They're stockpiling it. They already have a quarantine area, a military base to put
Hmm.
people in. So they're
Yeah.
gearing up for this.
Well,
So
they're
good.
also they're bringing home all 100% of personnel from China, from what I heard.
Yeah. So we do have a video of that. This is
Yeah.
a U.S. military plane bringing home from Wuhan, uh, China, our residents here in the United States back home. So let's play that real quick.
Okay.
Show of hands, has anybody not finished it yet? The only reason I say this is it's going to get really weird when everybody everybody gets off the plane and you cannot. Because you have to have that in order to leave this airplane.
All right, so they're telling people to register, make sure they filled out their forms
Yeah.
before they get off the plane, because they're not going to be able to get off the plane without it.
Yeah, I feel for those people that have been stationed overseas, people that work in embassies, people that work in all forms of U.S. government. They had to stay for as long as possible, and then now it's kind of like they're at an at-risk phase they're going to be quarantined for a month before they get to even see their families. Some of them.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, at least 14 days.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a worldwide map of the infective area of who's been confirmed, who's been suspected. So take a look. So this is a worldwide map: Russia, United States, China, Australia, all these countries, Canada, have been confirmed cases. You see Europe too as well. The orange is where suspected cases are,
Right.
and I guarantee you they're everywhere.
Yeah.
So this virus seems to be a man-made form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
That's
what,
the rumor.
Yeah, that's not only
Or
the
confirmed.
rumor, it's unconfirmed, but I mean, how much confirmed information do you get from China? So there was a Chinese-French operation that ran a
Yes.
Wuhan Viral Institute. It actually was like masked as a institute of higher learning, but it was all government personnel.
Well, it was a Bio4 lab.
Yeah. I mean, it was not
It's the
college kids studying biology in Wuhan. That's not what they were doing there.
Well, they're studying the coronavirus.
Yeah, well, and not only the coronavirus, they've been crossbreeding viruses for years, and that's honestly, will they admit that they made this thing? No.
Well, there was a study from an Indian scientist that said it had some a plug-in from a had to be a man-made virus.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Zero Hedge posted this article, and they were banned from Twitter.
Yeah, and they're more worried from what I heard. I was listening to what's his name, the British guy. He's always on Fox. Why do I always forget his name?
Nigel Farage?
He's really good. Not Nigel.
Oh, I'm talking about Richard Spencer. Richard, what's his name?
I don't know. He fills in for Rush, but
Oh, sorry. No, I don't know. who it is.
anyway, his whole stance on this is that they're worried about the economics of this. And all these countries are more worried about the economic impact than actually the global death count. They don't want to scare people into not going about their daily business.
Yeah, they want to panic.
Yeah, they don't want to panic. So they're literally trying to make this seem like it's just like the flu. Like, the flu kills people, so does this. But man, with this R naught value and the amount of people that have gotten out of China in that 2-week span, without being restricted, they knew about this in November and December. They were calling it SARS. They were calling it extreme pneumonia, like all of these other things. But I think these people in Wuhan were like, yeah, that's ours. We made that.
Yeah, and then the one doctor was the one that sounded the alarm about it. He died.
Yes. Oh, imagine
yesterday.
that.
Yeah, that's sad. So we do have some kind of graphic video. As you don't see dead bodies, you see body bags with dead bodies in them. But
Right.
If that makes you squeamish, please look away. These are not very good videos of what's going on with China. There's no way there's only 600 people dead. Has to be more. I think I've seen 600 people dead in just in these videos alone. I've been researching.
Yeah. The past couple of days, I've seen thousands
Right.
of
So,
dead bodies.
all right. So here we go.
Can you imagine, like, there's live people sitting there
Yeah, it's in there with dead bodies.
with dead bodies, like, scattered around the waiting room, like you're waiting to get seen.
Mhm.
And I guess you see how important it is of how quickly they service you.
Yeah.
I hate to laugh at it, but it's a thing that you wonder why they would let it go to this point where they don't have the services, they don't have the doctors, the nurses, the coverage. I mean, it's amazing they're building that hospital.
Yeah.
I mean, that blows my mind.
Supposedly they said it's done, but it's still under construction.
Yeah. So what I've also heard is they don't have the medical personnel to fill it.
They don't.
So it's like building a 10-car garage. If I don't have any cars in there, big
Right.
deal.
Yeah, have you ever seen that city that's empty in China? There's nobody there. It's just like they built this city for future use.
Yeah, the
It's-
zombie land.
Yeah, it's like it's like the hospital.
Yeah.
So we do have pictures of Wuhan. It is deader than a doornail there, and no pun intended. But take a look at
Yeah.
this. 11 million people gone.
Right. Unbelievable. China's such a weird mix of like beautiful architecture and then just like giant monstrosity apartment buildings.
Yeah,
It's really weird.
it is. I mean, this bridge. I've seen pictures of this bridge just packed. There's just
Yeah,
a few
I'm
cars.
sure. I mean, this city, like all of their cities are like, you know, double the size of Los Angeles. Like there's only one or two ways to get billions of people into a country. And they are packed in there, man, like sardines.
And you're gonna show coming up. You're gonna see the airport. It is no one there. This airport's like bigger than any airport here in the United States. Nobody there.
Not a single plane. I don't see. Oh wait, are there planes right there? No. That's so weird.
There we go.
That's just mind blowing.
Nobody there. But anyway, so we're gonna go over the figures now, so we can, these are the confirmed figures I'm about to show.
All right.
The confirmed figures are, I don't think they're very accurate. So let's take a look at that. Worldwide, there's 30,811 confirmed cases. This is as of today.
Right.
30,000. 24,000 suspected cases. 635 fatalities. 4,664 in serious or critical condition. 1,337 recovered. And most cases are in China, and then there's 25 countries reporting.
Right.
So we did have there's a site that everybody goes to get an update.
Yeah.
And they had a little flicker moment there, and looks like they might have put the true figures up.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna show this. This is what they reported. I'm gonna tell you what each number means. So if you look here, we have 154,000 people infected. That's what the first number shows. 79,808 confirmed. 269 recovered, and then 24,000 deaths. So they took that down a few minutes later and put the correct numbers on there.
Yeah, and it was like if you look at the timestamp on the second one, it's only like a couple of. See how it says 201, 2020, 2339.
Yeah,
If I remember correctly, they did that in like 10 minutes. Like
Yeah.
they realized the error. And the crushing thing about this number is if you look at first of all, the 154 number, that's plus 20,000. That's in one day.
yeah.
That's scary. And then the death rate plus 1546.
Yep.
That's confirmed in one day. And from what I've heard, if you don't die under their care, you're not counted as a death from the virus.
That's right. Yeah, if you don't, if they don't test you and you die, you don't. Your numbers are not shown.
Yeah, they're not going to say, "Oh yeah, this guy died from the virus." This, you know.
Right. So as you see, it's this is back in February 1st. I mean, that was 5 days ago.
Right. These numbers are way higher, especially if the infection rate is 20,000 a day. I mean, that's insane.
It is. So anyway, we do have another video of people trying to escape the quarantine area. We have 2 videos actually. We do have pictures of a body that was shot. So again, if you don't like seeing people shot laying on the ground, that would look away.
Yeah.
But this is people trying to escape the quarantine area in China. Here we go.
Yo, 早咋了啊？
This is not the Mexican wall.
反正过年饺子。
This is in China.
Yeah. And apparently the Yangtze River runs in the region of Wuhan, and there were people skedaddling on any boat that they could get to. So, I mean, the containment was probably their best bet, but plenty of people escaped Wuhan area.
Oh, they said millions of people escaped.
Yeah.
Yeah, over 1 million people escaped.
Yeah.
Because they were traveling through there during the Chinese New Year anyway.
Right. It was a huge travel holiday.
Right.
And they really didn't address it until it was too late.
Right. And all of them people went everywhere. From
Yep.
Shanghai, Beijing, Hong Kong, you name it.
Yep.
So again, they're gobbling up the storage food. So make sure you get your storage food. Go to Costco, maybe get some peanut butter, some crackers, whatever you need to get. You might just stay in your house for a little while, some water. Who knows what's going to happen later on. We'll know for sure probably in a month and a half here in the United States, what's going to happen here.
It's always a good idea. If you have a family, it's always a good idea. At least have stuff, you know, that the kids are going to eat and consume. Have extra. You should just have more, just for who knows what could happen. You know, I know grown-ups can live off whatever and suck it up for a little while, but it's really hard when you have young kids and you're like, yeah, we're eating beans tonight. You know, it's a little difficult.
And also get maybe a mask that's not N95 or higher.
Yeah.
They're being sold out everywhere. If you go to Amazon, there's no one there.
No, I actually came across a website, Granger, and Granger you have to buy a full case. It's not like Home Depot where you can buy a single mask or whatever. But Granger, if you're willing to buy a case for about $60, you know, I don't know how long they'll have them, but they do.
All right. So get your mask too as well, your food. Make sure your family's prepared. If it doesn't happen, then you have some supplies for later on if you need them later on. If it does happen, then you'll have something available.
Hey, thank yourself.
Right, exactly. So we do have a cute little video here about some nurses. You know a little bit more about this than I do about their song. Tell me about it.
Yeah. Apparently, this is a song that 2 nurses made up, and I don't speak Chinese either, but I just heard from a person who heard a person, so I couldn't testify in court. But this song is about don't go outside, people are dying, don't come to the hospital because we probably won't be able to help you either.
All right, so here we go. Cute little song, a little catchy tune.
Yeah.
If you have ADT like I do, then you'll want to play it over and over again. Here we go, watch this.
一群人，一条路，坚持一直走下去，在一起不容易，享受更加了不起。
There you go. Catchy little tune. I've been playing that all day long.
Yeah, it's catchy.
Yeah. So anyway, so this is the end of the show for tonight about the virus. We are going to do another show after this about what happened in politics today. So a lot of things going on in politics. But
So much going on in politics. It's
Yeah.
almost like, what do you pay attention to more, the globe or the local?
yeah, so the virus is a very serious situation.
Yeah, I think
Make
so.
sure you keep abreast of what's going on with that situation, and then we're going to keep you updated here. Just subscribe, and we'll love to have you back. Do you have any final results? Any final questions? Any final remarks there, Bill?
I don't. I just want to say once again, we have a Proton Mail. It is the Bill Mason Show at Proton Mail. Anything that you would send us would be encrypted. Just don't send it from your work or your job. Send it from like a library or a laptop or something like that. And we really appreciate anything that you might think that is important for the American people to know, because as you can see, the knowledge train is tainted, and if we can get actual stuff, we appreciate that.
Yes, we appreciate that, and thanks for joining us tonight. You have a wonderful day. Man, she's scary.
She never gets prettier.
Just pull up and get out.
We should put Nancy Pelosi on there too.
I tried to find a picture of her that would be like the same ratio and size, and I wanted to make like a collage.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm so I have many works in progress actually.
Go right ahead and shoot.